This week on the bottom line, I put dots on a board, a boat goes by, and we get shrunk down to size. And this is the bottom line. There's the result of a very, okay, all right. Ready? Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, I'm Doug. And I'm Christy. And this is
What the hell?
Welcome back. Love you guys.
Okay, we'll take it from here.
Wait,
we do the intro.
From?
Oh, it's our clones, our little guys.
What?
You know, this is so annoying. Not only is this an experiment that went bad, first of all, never clone yourself because you can't control them. And two, you don't know how big they're going to come out. And then guess what? Now they want to take this boat. They're setting up a charter program on this thing.
They are.
What if they learn how to clone themselves? It'd be like really small. Anyway,
See ya
we got the show. Go away. Bye-bye.
Guys. Thank you.
All right, where are we?
Well, we have our sponsors, of course, Marine Data Solutions.
Hey, did you just see?
Saltee Apparel.
Hey, look, there's Sam. Sam was just, Sam worked for me for years, and she just left this boat, and she's on her way to the Caribbean.
She is.
Yeah, she just went by. Okay, what do we got?
Good luck, Sam. Well, we have our sponsors, Marine Data Solutions and Saltee Crew Apparel.
Marine Data Solutions. Do you know, with cloned little midgets, can I say midgets?
No, probably
I've
not.
definitely got 99 problems on board, but you know what? The internet's not one of them! And what else we got?
Saltee Crew Apparel.
What does Saltee Rags do? I know exactly what Saltee Rags Crew Apparel does. Oh, wait.
That's new.
This is absolutely new. This is a letter from the producer stating that Saltee Rags Crew Apparel does not do extortions, does not do kidnapping, and does not do blackmail. Saltee Rags Crew Apparel is a fine producer of marine-related uniforms and bedding. Okay, fine. All right, apparently some people took this to heart and started calling Dave for extortion or blackmail. In all fairness, it was their wives they were trying to get rid of, so I kind of understand. But anyway, don't call Dave. Apparently he doesn't do that. Call. Working. Okay, go ahead, next.
Off the record.
Yeah.
Well, did you know yacht industry news?
I did know yacht industry news. What do we got in yacht industry news?
Well, the Metaverse mega yacht that
you reading
sold
the
for
teleprompter? We have a teleprompter now.
$650,000 was the most expensive NFT sold in the Sandbox virtual world.
We covered this before. Some gentleman or whoever, some very smart person bought a fake yacht in a fake world. It's all computer generated for $650,000. Now we're finding out that he bought it for using Bitcoin. So he bought a fake yacht and a fake universe using fake money.
Yes.
All right, look, whatever. I mean, one day we're just not even going to get out of bed. We're just going to live in a virtual world. I'm not bashing Bitcoin. If I could buy it at 1,000, I would. I mean, it's just like if I could buy Apple or Microsoft at 1,000. Hindsight's 2020. But you know what? At this point, the damn thing's so expensive. I'm glad everybody's making a ton of money with Bitcoin. I'm going to sit on the sideline and just buy everything up after you guys go. All right. Anyway, next.
Go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Well, Tristan Mortlock, the captain of the 37-meter AWOL.
Captain Tristan?
Captain Tristan.
Actually, he prefers to be called Super Yacht Captain.
Oh,
Tristan.
yeah? Why's that?
Well, I don't know. Tristan has this YouTube. He's very popular on YouTube. The Super Yacht channel. He's called Super Yacht Captain.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. He's on a 37 meter. I'm on a 36 meter. Am I a Super Yacht Captain?
In your dreams.
1 meter makes the difference? He's a super yacht is 37 meters. At 36 meters, I'm just a captain?
Apparently.
Okay, so anyway, whether you guys know it or not, Tristan's yacht, AWOL, sold. So Tristan, the Lamborghini driving, super yacht captain driving, guy over in the Mediterranean has moved on to other things. He's going to be involved in new and used sales and charter, kind of like a broker.
Okay.
Hey, good for you, Tristan. You know, I always watched your program. It was very informative. We thank you for everything you did, and good luck in your future travels, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I can tell you one thing right now, okay? I love boats. You're gonna have to pry those you're gonna have to pry my cold hands off those throttles. And then when I finally do retire, I'm just probably gonna go out and buy a boat and charter it myself. I'm in for the long haul. Okay.
Go for it.
Next.
Well, we're going to be reviewing some deliveries that are expected in 2022.
The biggest deliveries of 2022?
Yep.
What do we got?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, we have Bezos Ocean Co. Y721,
How big's that?
417 feet.
Okay, and next?
Becking and Rasmussen 6507,
Okay, how big is that?
388 feet.
Jesus Christ. Next?
So it's just a little
Fed
bit.
ship.
Fed ship 1010,
Yeah.
387 feet.
Jesus Christ.
Ocean Co.
Uh-huh.
Y719,
Yeah.
384 feet.
Yeah.
Ocean Co. Y720,
Yeah. 358 feet. Okay, listen. So this is pretty incredible because all these boats are huge.
They are
and
very
Ocean
big.
Co's leading deliveries for 2022.
I know, and there's 3 of them.
Listen, gang, get
There's
into
3
yachting
Ocean Co. Way
now.
to go.
Okay, I'm a firm believer in boats that big are kind of cruise shippy. No interest. You know,
No?
I really don't.
But there's a vet ship
I
on
like
there
my
too.
house. I like my
Ocean Co.
cars. I don't have a Lamborghini, but I like my cars. I like to have some of part of a life. But anyway, these are some big boats, and they're all coming in 2022. So if you want to get into yachting, now's the time. Next,
Well, we have a exciting announcement.
which is
Bottom feeders.
bottom feeders.
Yep.
What's bottom feeders?
Well, it's something that we were talking about.
Adrian Gang,
Yep.
because she cooks for us. She cooks some very good food. I love her breakfast.
She spoiled us rotten. Thank you, Adrian.
Okay,
She's on last week's
so
episode.
she came up with this thing. She's like, all these people that
Love
reach
it.
out to you, Doug, you know, what do you call them? I'm like, I have no idea. I call them whatever. She's like,
Fans.
bottom feeders. So we're going to give some shout out to a couple of bottom feeders. Okay, so we were in Compass Key, and Elizabeth came up to the boat. We had a lot of people at Compass Key come up and go, we love the show. But Elizabeth came up, me and Georgia, the producer, talked to her for about 15 minutes. Really nice woman. She loves the show. So big shout out to Elizabeth. Now, here's a strange shout out.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm scared.
This is to Tom O'Toole from Chicago, Illinois. He is the #1 disc jockey in Chicago on FM 94.7 WLIS FM. He actually had a problem. He said, I threw away one of my iPods because we were only broadcasting on one channel, audio. And then he figured it out that it wasn't his iPod. So he had to stop watching to go back to the trash and pick up his iPod.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry about that, Tom. But
Sorry about
you know
that,
what?
Tom.
All the way from Florida to Chicago. Thanks for watching, and we're going to try and tune into your radio show and see what you're all about.
Thank you.
Next.
Checking us out. Well, this year in yachting history,
Okay, what, a couple years ago?
about 360 years ago.
360 years ago?
Yep.
That was the first yacht?
The history of
The
first.
first yacht ever in existence was 360 years ago. The Dutch, in the 14th century, invented the yacht, and basically it was just a boat, and people were like, you know what? Let's go out for the day and
Let's go out.
And
For
not-
fun,
yeah.
not working.
and let's not fish or go blow people up. So that's what happened. 360 years ago, the Dutch invented the first yacht. Now, the first organized yachting event was in England from King Charles II
Okay.
of England. He's English. Righto.
Hello.
Okay. He was actually in exile in Holland, but before returning, he had a yacht. To celebrate, they built a yacht for him, a 60-footer named Mary. Had 20 crews, 60-foot, 20 crew. 60-foot right now would have like 2 crew. The first race was in
1661.
1661, and it was a 40-mile race. I mean, goes back a long, long, long time. So basically, that's how yachting started. And even till present day, you know, yachts have been a big part of society. A lot of people bash yachts, and I don't really understand why, because this particular yacht, I've been to the yard. I actually built this boat. Hundreds of people were involved in the construction of this vessel, and it's just not that. We take on tens of thousands of gallons of fuel. We hire crew. We hire people to deliver stuff, repair people. Yachting does definitely provide an income and a career for a lot more people than the guys working on the boats. So, yeah, a lot of people are bashing yachts. Oh, how decadent! You know, you're just polluting. But you know, we're also yachting is contributing so much back to the community, and you just can't see it. It's the little stuff. Okay,
And
next.
tourism, it's touching all those
Yes.
different places.
Next,
Crew Corner.
Crew Corner.
Sponsored by Crew Haven.
Crew Haven. Who's Crew Haven?
Well, the best place to call home when you are not at home.
Actually, the best place to get rested, like the guest did. Now,
That one too.
I drove by one of their properties because they're right next to LMC, and they prefer to rent out the whole unit instead of like the onesies. I don't blame them. But so if you're doing a refit, that's the place. Now,
It's beautiful.
I haven't confirmed this because apparently there's problems with what I say, you know, with our sponsors.
No more
But-
envelopes.
But apparently they will provide a clown. I mean, like one of those scary clowns for you. They'll come in the
Like
middle of the
It,
night.
the movie?
They'll actually
Great.
do a murder mystery night where they'll come into the house in the middle of the night and then they'll have like a knife and you'll be
Sorry,
like
Jamie.
like this, and then you have to solve the mystery. Sometimes they
Who
take
died?
the cars out of the driveway, kind of like it's called Reality Repo Man, and then you have to go find your car. It's
like a
really
scavenger
cool.
hunt in
Yeah, it's
Fort
really
Lauderdale.
cool.
You get
Okay,
to
anyway,
explore the
check
city.
them out. What's the website?
Crew Haven.
Crewhaven1501.com. Okay, next.
Or on Facebook. They're on Facebook as well.
Are we on Facebook?
We are.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And
Next.
on TikTok.
Next. What do we got?
Well, Crew Corner, we're talking about how much are you worth?
I am worth like
Pennies.
this much. This much.
Or that
you
much.
can't zoom
Can't
out.
put a number on him.
Okay, a lot of people, do you mind if I do the talking on this one?
Go for it.
Okay. A lot of people are asking, how much am I worth? Okay? That's a really good question. And in yachting, it's a lot of people equate wages to like what the other guy's making. And that's very capable, or that's very, not capable, it's very common to do in, say, a business thing, because I'm the CEO of this company and here's the CEO of a familiar, same size company. I should be making pretty close, right?
Comparable amounts.
Same thing with the lower level, everything. But yachting is different. Every yacht is different. We are not a centralized military system where every captain makes XYZ. So you have to, before I go through what I'm going to tell you, and we're going to use the benefit of Georgia, she's going to put some nice graphics up. They're going to be really cool. Before I go through what I'm going to tell you, just remember, every yacht's different. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a baseline. Okay, the baseline, let's say it's a mate's position. It could be a chef's position. And these are not real numbers, people. Baseline, $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month. Okay, so we're going to do a baseline of $5,000. Okay, $5,000 is what a mate hypothetically should make on the boat. All right, now we're going to put a dot. We're going to draw a line down the middle. This is one mate. And then on the other side is another mate.
Okay.
Okay, now let's go through. Okay, on mate number one, he is got 5 years experience. So that dot goes a little higher. Okay, he is licensed. Okay, we put another dot there for that. He has ocean going experience, and I'm not talking about like, oh, I was on a boat for 2 weeks. This guy has done several seasons on the boat out in the ocean, so we put that dot there. Okay, this guy has got other certificates, and he's got excellent references, and there goes another dot. All right, so you can kind of see the grouping of the dots. Okay, and that's going to be higher than the baseline of 5,000. Okay, now let's go on the other side. And again, this is not anybody in particular. I'm just trying to give you an idea of how this should work. Okay, now we got the other guy. We could do it a couple of ways. First of all, the guy's just got near coastal experience or not really ocean-going experience. So that dot goes below the baseline. Okay.
Makes sense.
He doesn't have a license. And there's a lot of captains on some boats, some sleepy boats, that would hire a guy without a license as a mate because it's really not needed. Okay? But that dot, again, goes below that line. Okay? Now, he doesn't have 3-4 years of experience as a mate. He's a deckhand moving up. So there goes another dot, and you can see where the grouping is. These are two guys applying for the same position, but this guy that has all this experience, the dots are higher, and the guy that's more of a deckhand moving into the mate level is got less experience. Now this has changed. So the guy that's moving in, maybe he has a license, so you move that dot up. But anyway, okay, let's look at this. Here's a cluster. Okay, now you got two guys. You got one salary. Who would you hire? Right?
Yep.
Now,
That's what you want.
it depends on what back to the boat program. It depends on what the boat program is. If the boat program is ocean going, it's going down to Caribbean, might be over the Med, it's charter, we need this. And by the way, charter, you would put dots, yes charter, no charter. He would probably go for the guy with all the dots above the baseline.
The first guy.
Okay, if the boat's a sleepy little Lauderdale boat where, listen, dude, all you got to really do is wash the boat, and the owner comes once every 3 months. Okay, maybe he hired the guy with the lower dots. It doesn't put you out of work. It's just that's where the group is, and that's where captains are going to set the wage. So that guy with the lower dots should not get offered, or you should not expect the same amount of money the guy with the upper dots. Okay, and that's how it works. That is one position mate. That is two people on various boats, and you have to move those dots around based on your program. Now, second thing that a lot of people do, and this is a mistake. Let's use the stewardess position this time.
Let's do it.
Okay, we have a baseline of 0. Okay, and then now George is going to, we'll go out 10 years. Okay, if you stay on the same boat, this first line right here we're going to draw, you are the same. You are a chief stewardess or a stewardess on a 100 to 120 size foot boat or 90 to 110 foot boat. Your wage is going to go up slowly. Do you see that? All right, and there's nothing wrong with that. So 10 years down the road, you're probably making more than you did, but there is no rapid acceleration up the ladder. Now, that's because you haven't really moved on in the industry. You want to go home. There's some reason why you want to stay on those size boats. You like them, but you can't expect someone on a 100-foot boat to keep, to start paying you mega bucks because you have all the experience when frankly you don't. You have experience on that size boat, and that's what that size boat pays. Now let's go over to the other stewardess, where in 10 years it's more of a step. Okay, a couple years on a 100-foot boat, and then the step goes up, and then a couple of years on there, and the step goes up. And as you can see on the graph, the wage, the left-hand column, keeps going up. So now there's a real problem. 2 stewardesses, 10 years of experience. The one that kept doing the ladder up is now a purser on a 250-foot boat. She's making shit tons of money. She's happy. And then the other chief stewardess is like, I have 10 years in the industry too. I should be making close to that. But the answer is no, because you chose to stay in this class of vessel, the 90 to 110 foot. That person has accelerated their career. And now, and this is where there's a big problem in yachting, is it's this space right here. 2 girls, 10 years experience, and there's this big gap in wages from what the 2 of them are making. Okay? All I can say is plan out your career the way you want. Now, the girl on the 250-foot boat's probably not home a lot. She's making a ton of money, okay? The girl on the 90, 100-foot boat's probably home pretty good, reasonable amount of time, has a social life, maybe a husband, whatever, okay? You're giving up a little, but you're getting a little. But you can't, the whole thing is here is, what are you worth? And frankly, if all your experience is there 10 years down the road, you can't expect to be worth what the other person is who put in all the other steps to get higher up the ladder. Same thing back to the mate. You can't expect, the worst thing I always hear is, that guy's making $7,000 a month. I should make $7,000 a month. And I look at him like, why? And they're like, well, he's on the same size boat. Okay, but you don't know his background. He's been in this industry for 10 years. He's got twice the size license that you have or you don't have. You don't get paid on the position. You kind of do, but you also get paid on your experience. So I hope that helps understand what you're worth. Okay. So, all right, was that informative?
That was.
Okay, so I'll let you do the talking. What's next?
Well, that's it.
That's it? It's
that
over?
was it.
I'm sorry, we'll let her talk more next time. Okay,
That's it.
Go ahead, do it. I'm Doug.
And I'm Christy.
And this is The Bottom Line. Do your thing. What?